Well, good afternoon. I'm seeing our participants come in the room, and we'll just take a few moments to allow everyone to enter into this Zoom space. So let's give everyone a few moments. And you'll notice there's a message from Susie Nitzel letting everyone know that this is a Zoom webinar. So your microphone and your cameras, we don't have that feature, or that feature is off. So thank you, Susie, for the reminder. While your chat is disabled, the Q&A will be open to ask questions. So thank you all for coming in. We'll just give it a few more moments. Okay, seeing a few more people. All right. Okay, a few more people are coming in. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome yet again to another Zoom meeting. This is a Zoom virtual forum. As you can see, just a reminder that our chat feature has been disabled. This is a Zoom webinar, but the Q&A feature is open, so you'll be able to ask some questions. Today's open forum is specifically for students. We're going to be walking through the process that students are using to upload their information. I just want to commend nearly 5,000 students have already taken full advantage of our vaccine voucher. That's receiving $250 for their vaccine. So of those 5,000 students, not quite all of them have gone on to put their information and clear their status. We also have a number of students who've successfully completed religious and or medical exemption. So congratulations to all those students who are going through the process. Keep doing that so we can become compliant with our board requirements. Just kind of want to put today's framework. I happen to be at the California Economic Summit, and earlier, or actually yesterday, our governor came and addressed the crowd and shared some good news and some concerning news about COVID. The good news is more and more people are becoming vaccinated, and now that our younger ones are also able to get vaccinated, we're seeing more people get vaccinated. But just like last year, we saw the number of our, right around the holidays, we saw our positivity going up. And right now, we have about, I think we're third in the state in terms of counties with the number of positive residents, right behind San Bernardino with over 300 residents. Our availability of ICU beds, which is something we watch, we're down to only 14 ICU beds throughout the county. That's of the 9 hospitals that are reporting information. And then our positivity rates are starting to go up. While they were flat for a few weeks, we are starting to see positivity both for Fresno County and Madera County go up. So I want to encourage all of you, in addition to getting a vaccine, for those of you who are seeking an exemption, continue please to wash your hands, wear your masks, and practice good universal precautions. If you're not feeling well, please stay home and take care of yourself. And with that, I want to just say special thanks to a couple of people that we're going to hear from today. In addition to Vice President Lataria Hall, who will be in this session. Oh, there we go. Vice President Hall is our Vice President of Student Services. Today, we're going to be hearing from our Associate Student Government President, Ernie Martinez III, and Mr. Sean Henderson. I need to give you some special kudos. You have been working very diligently with a great deal of care and compassion in working with students to work through the various exemption processes to get timely feedback to them. So thank you, Mr. Henderson, for doing that work, in addition to all the work that you do each and every day. And Joanna Arenas also works in the Student Services Office. She's going to share some information with you today. And I would be remiss if I didn't thank our two interpreters, Hannah, who is here with us today, and our other interpreter, who I cannot find his name. I think it's Javier. So Javier, thank you so much for joining us. And as always, there's a crew of people behind these events, classified professionals that help us with our Zoom events. Thank you to Susie Nitzel and Kathy Bonilla in the Public Information Office for getting this information out on social media. And of course, Chris Monahan-Bremer. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get started and learn about how students can enter their data into our system. So with that, I believe I turn it over to either Dr. Hall or Ernie Martinez III. So here we go. Topics, here we go.
Thank you, Dr. Goldsmith. So today I want to thank everyone for taking time out of your schedule to join us for this webinar as we discuss the vaccine mandate and some of the things that we've put into place to assist you. This afternoon, you will be hearing about the vaccine mandate. You'll learn about how to verify that you're fully vaccinated by today's deadline, how to request an exemption for health reasons, which is also due today. You'll learn more information on requesting religious exemptions, and we will briefly cover what happens if there is no compliance with the vaccine mandate. And so we're going to kick this off with your ASG president, Ernie Jr. And Ernie, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Sure, thank you so much, Dr. Hall. Hello, everyone. My name is Ernie Martinez. I am your student body president here at Fresno City College. And so I just want to go over a bit of how ASG has been supporting the vaccine mandate and supporting Fresno City College's efforts to push this mandate to the students. A few weeks ago, our associate student government was able to have a vote regarding the vaccine mandate. And the results of that vote was that ASG unanimously supported it. We supported the vaccine mandate and also the choice it gave to students to just apply for exemptions. And so that has passed. And so ASD is in full support of the vaccine mandate at this point. And we also stand in support of all students in their education. So that's another big reason we voted for this vaccine mandate, is because with this vaccine mandate, students are not everyone is going to be forced to get this vaccine. There are multiple exemptions that students can request. So we have voted in support of it. And we are also going to be doing our best efforts to reach out to students to make sure that we could get as many people, filling in their forms, whether it be a religious exemption or submitting their vaccine mandate, or not their vaccine mandate, I apologize, just their vaccine proof. So, we could have as many students as possible be enrolled for classes in spring. And so with that, I'd like to pass it on to Dean Henderson.
Thank you. So as you know, in August, our Board of Trustees passed a mandate requiring all persons entering district facilities to be vaccinated or have an approved medical or religious exemption. Since this time, your administrators, faculty, and staff have been working to put measures into place to ensure that you have a really good learning experience in the most safest manner. Our district is committed to providing a safe and healthy learning environment for all students and for all staff by requiring proof of the COVID-19 vaccination. And again, this is a condition to enter any indoor space on district property. This goes into effect for all of our students on November 15th. That's next Monday. Students who have serious health conditions or who need to request a medical exemption from the COVID-19 vaccination requirement will need to complete a medical exemption request form. You will hear a little bit more about that later on in this presentation on how to do that for those who have not already submitted their request. We also have religious belief exemptions. So students with sincerely held religious beliefs, practices, or observances, which are contrary to the practice of vaccination, may also petition for a religious exemption to the district's COVID-19 vaccination requirement. Again, the deadline to submit for both the medical and the religious exemption is today. So let's talk a little bit about how to verify if you are fully vaccinated. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to the Fresno City College webpage. Do you want next slide? Thank you. And you will land here. And where it says My Portal, you want to click My Portal. Once you click My Portal, it will take you to the State Center Community College District announcements. On there, you're going to scroll to the middle of the page and you're going to click where it says Submit. Well, you'll see that little link. You'll click and it'll take you to this page where it says Submit COVID Vaccine Card. Once you click that, it's going to take you to the mandate site. You'll click that. A lot of clicking here. Once you click the mandate site, it should take you to your student portal so that you can log in. You will log into your student portal and it will take you to the site where you will need to confirm your date of birth. Once you enter your date of birth and press proceed, it will take you to the home page for, this is a dummy account, but it'll take you to the My COVID-19 vaccination page. You're going to want to select that blue link in the middle where it says Enter My COVID-19 vaccination information. And once you click that, you're going to click Upload. And then you will enter your information in that site. Once you enter your information, you will get this very nice green color that says cleared. So when you come onto the college campus, if someone's to ask you for that or you're entering the campus and we have checkpoints, you can show your cleared status. Now I will turn this over to, we will discuss the health exemption process and Joanna will go through these steps with you. Joanna?
Hey there. Okay, so the medical exemption request, there are a couple of different ways that you can obtain the form. Let's start from the very beginning. Sean, can we get the next slide, please? Okay, so from the FCC website, you're going to click on the coronaviruses resources link in the upper left-hand corner. That will take you to this site and you will select the vaccine medical exemption request. And then here's where we will get all of your options for obtaining the form. So you can either go to the Health Services Office, get it there. They're located in the Student Services Building, lower level FT 112. You can download it directly from the website, or you can email Health Services and request a copy. Here is where the work comes in. Okay, so you will need to complete the top portion of the form. So your name, date of birth, student ID, and then sign in date. You will then take the form to your medical provider. They will complete the rest, sign, date it. Once you have the completed form, you need to return it. Like it is entirely up to you to return it to the Health Services Office. Again, you have a couple of ways of returning it to Health Services. You may hand deliver it, again, ST 112 in the lower level of the Student Services Building. You may scan and email it to Health Services, or you may upload the form directly to your student portal. Oh, and here we go. Next.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sean Henderson. I'm the Dean of Student Services here at Fresno City College, and I'm here to talk to you about how you request a religious exemption in the process. You would go to my portal link on the FCC webpage and sign in, and then you're going to scroll down to resource links. So right there at the opening page, click my portal, sign in, and when you scroll down a little bit, you'll get to the resource links. You're going to do the COVID-19 vaccination religious exemption form. This is a little bit different than the medical form. The medical form you actually print, complete by hand, take it to your provider, get them to complete it, and then you either upload it, email it, or hand it in. On the religious form, you're going to do it all online in the PDF. So when you click the PDF, this is exactly what will come up. You'll have to click into it by saying, I agree. And then here are the fields that you will fill out: your name, your ID, your date of birth, your phone number. And then it's going to ask you a couple of questions. Very simply, the first question is, what is your sincerely held religious belief? And then underneath it, it is, how does that belief conflict with the mandate? After that, you'll have to do some acknowledgements. You will click your signature and enter your email address. Once you're done with that, you can submit it from there, and it will come directly to the college for review. It takes about 4 days before you receive an answer. Even if you receive a denial, there's an opportunity to provide more information in requesting your exemption. So now we can talk just a little bit about what happens if a student doesn't want to comply with the mandate. They're not seeking a religious exemption, they're not seeking a medical exemption, and they do not want to get the vaccine. Well, non-students, employees, visitors, and contractors who are not fully vaccinated by the 15th won't be allowed in district buildings. Students without an exemption will need to be fully vaccinated by the 15th, and non-vaccinated students without an exemption will be allowed to participate online. So that is the option for students who are not wanting to comply with the mandate. They will be able to interact with the college and take their courses in a virtual environment until the mandate is lifted. Dr. Hall, I don't know if you wanted me to cover this, but I believe this message recently went to students as of yesterday. This is for spring of 2022. So basically, a student who is starting classes on January 10th, your deadlines are a little bit different. So if you are an incoming student, you would need to submit your request for medical or religious exemptions using the same processes we just reviewed by December 13th before 5 p.m. You would also need to upload proof of your vaccination status by January 4th, but you are certainly able to do it before that if you have your vaccination card and it's completed. If you've already submitted the documentation, just disregard the notice. But if you need more information, there's a link at the bottom of this at sccd.edu/COVID for all the information and FAQs as it relates to the mandate and options for students, as well as testing sites and vaccination sites.
Thank you, Sean.
You're welcome.
So I just want to reiterate that this mandated vaccine has been put in place so that we can ensure the safety of everyone. And with the medical and religious exemptions, our goal is to make sure that we are affirming your beliefs. And when you submit some of these, there may be some additional information that will be asked for you. If you have any questions, feel free to pick up the telephone and call our office, and we will be able to walk you through some things or answer any questions that's needed so that we could remediate any type of challenges that you're having. Again, our goal is to make sure that we get you enrolled into classes and that you're able to continue your education and have the most positive learning experience possible. Again, like Sean said, we have different things in place. There's messaging that's going out messaging has gone out today. There will be ongoing messages that will be going out every single week to make sure that our students are actually getting their vaccination information up. Today is the deadline. I just want to make sure that I reiterate that. Today is the deadline to submit your medical and religious exemptions. There is links on the website. So be sure to go in and access those links. And we're here to help you. We're here to support you.
Dr. Hall, there was a question in the Q&A that I'd like to answer live, if that's okay.
Sure.
Yesenia had asked, do we have to upload our approved religious forms to show that we are cleared to be on campus? No. Once you've been submitted and approved, we will upload those into the system for you. So your medical or religious exemptions, we will put into the system for you. But if you have your vaccination card, that's the one that you would upload yourself. You may have further questions, so I'd like to provide you with the best phone number to get answers. You can call our office at 442-8291. That is area code 559-442-8291. And that will get directly to our office where we will be able to assist you.
Any other questions? We want to make sure that we leave this time for you all and answer any questions that you may have.
Oops, Dr. Hall?
Yes.
Hey, I just wanted to also give another shout out to our student reporters at the Rampage. I read an article this morning that covered the information about how people and students can go through this process. So I just want to thank the students who are reporters of the Rampage, that student-led student newspaper. Again, thank you for covering this and providing the information for students so they can, if this somehow, this presentation wasn't helpful, please check out the Rampage News. It's on social media, it's on Instagram, they have their own website. Susie Nitzel just put the website there. You can go there and there's a step-by-step process for how do people upload this information. So I just wanted to, again, say well done to the staff at the Rampage. Thank you very much.
Thank you. With that, I don't see any other questions. I just want to make sure that we allow time. Our website has a lot of information on there too. Feel free to go onto the website and play around with the COVID link and explore some of the information that we have as well as resources. Again, our office is open. We're here for you. We want to make sure that we are supporting you all the way, and we're going to get through this. We will get through this. This too shall pass. But in the meantime, we're going to stay the course, and we're going to make sure that you feel supported and that you do not have an interruption in your learning. And school will be over in 30 days. You'll all be heading into finals, and that's really exciting.
So two more, looks like there's two questions. One looks like Ms. Sanders, your question is going to be answered by Sean Henderson. And then Jeff asked a question about, do you anticipate any legal channels, excuse me, say that again, Jeff. Do you anticipate any legal challenges to this mandate being as there is less than a month in the semester? Jeff, great question. I know our board has worked with legal counsel. There's been a number of lawsuits across the state and nation, and most of the, as my understanding, most of the lawsuits have held the authority of various entities to be able to have this type of mandate. But with anything, my crystal ball is broken. My magic 8-ball really doesn't look into the forecast of the future. It's quite possible. I hope not. We are doing everything we can to provide exemptions as needed. And also, I know many of our faculty We'll be working with those students who may be in the gap of not being fully compliant but needs to finish their classes. No students are going to be dropped. Faculty, I want to thank all the faculty and their union representatives in working with the district to be able to work out those details and working with our college administrators to ensure that all students will be able to complete their semester. And there was the question about, will this mandate affect my spring classes? And as Dean Henderson so aptly answered, students attending on campuses in the spring will need to be fully vaccinated or have an approved exemption. For students who are not vaccinated or do not have an exemption, they'll be able to take online courses. Right now, we're going through the registration process as we learn and check those student lists of students who want to come on campus. You're going to need to be either vaccinated or have an approved exemption. For those students who don't want to seek either one of those, online opportunities will continue. And I just want to say again to all the students who have been completing online, our graduation rates and our completion rates through online has been tremendous. So I just want to thank all of you for your perseverance and your dedication. You continue to just break all sorts of student success records. I just want to say again, thank you all for your diligence. Thank you to the faculty who are providing wonderful online education. And in terms of online classes available for spring, AR, I said almost everything's in person. That's not quite accurate, AR. We're about 65% on ground, 40 to 45% online. Still have a number of sections, several hundred online courses. So pretty much almost everything you want can be done online, except for some classes like welding and career technical programs. And then of course, some of our lab courses will also be difficult to offer online. So again, a very wide array of online courses, thanking the faculty who are continuing on in the online mode. Most of your general education can be secured online, and there's a number of electives that can also be signed up for online. So I hope that answers a lot of the questions. Thank you, Dean McManus, for some additional information there. Regarding allied health programs, just to kind of let everybody know, many of our hospital partners, so if you're wanting to be a rad tech or a nursing student or a respiratory student, many of our hospital partners are requiring those students to be fully vaccinated in order to complete their clinical portions. And I suspect that will continue to stay in place as well. So with that, looks like I think we've answered a lot of those questions that are out there. Let's give this a few more moments to see if anybody else wants to put their questions in the Q&A. All right, just a good reminder, tomorrow is Veterans Day. The campus will be closed. If you're living in the Fresno area, I understand we're having a parade, so please watch that. It'll be on, I believe, social media, but also be covered live. And for all of our veterans, of whom my son is one of them, thank you for your service that you have given so brilliantly and bravely to our country. I hope that everyone stays safe and enjoys the Veteran Day holiday. And please remember why we have that holiday and reach out to a veteran and let them know that you care. All right, thank you so much, everybody. Dr. Hall, any last words for the good of the group?
No, I think you covered it. And hopefully we see everyone at the Veterans Parade tomorrow.
Absolutely. And AR, we're going to get back to you about the Calculus 3. I don't have the schedule committed to memory with over 2,100 courses. I don't have it committed to memory, but we'll look at Calculus 3 as a possible online section. So I know Dean McManus is on this, so I'm sure we'll take a look at that. Keep watching that. Work with your counselor, AR, to see what kind of options you may have. All right, anything else for the good of the group? Dean Henderson?
Yes, I just one more time, everyone, for anybody who is anticipating or wanting to be a student here in spring, they will need to be fully vaccinated or have an exemption. And if not, they will be able to take all their courses online. You have different deadlines, but I would encourage anybody who has questions, especially about their schedule and courses, to contact their counselor.
Thank
Great
you,
advice, Sean. Whoops, I just stepped on somebody. I'm so
No, no,
sorry.
no. You're good, Dr. Goldsmith.
Oh, well, Dr. Hall, why don't you close this out?
Thank you, everyone, for spending the last half an hour, a little over a half hour with us. Again, if you have any questions about any of your classes, reach out to your pathway counselor. They're here to support you and answer any questions that you may have. If you feel like you may not be able to finish this semester, do not drop your classes. I will repeat, do not drop your classes. Reach out to your faculty. They're here to support you as well. They will work and do everything they can to try and help you complete this semester. Good luck on your finals. Have a happy holiday, happy Thanksgiving, and Merry Christmas, or happy holidays. Thank you so much.